Hollywood is famous for its several historic and iconic hotels, which are said to be still haunted by the famous celebrity guests who once checked in. And as the legend goes, never actually checked out. The Hollywood Drifter channel would like to share with you some mysterious ghost stories that the top 5 hotels are famous for. So without any delay, let's get straight into the video and find out about these haunted hotels. Number 5. Beverly Hills Hotel. Since 1912, the historic Beverly Hills Hotel has stood on Sunset Boulevard and has hosted both international leaders and celebrities throughout the years. Everyone from Hollywood royalty, silver screen stars Charlie Chaplin and Marilyn Monroe to President John F. Kennedy. If only these majestic pink walls could talk. The Beverly Hills Hotel's glittering history is the stuff of legends. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and the rest of the infamous Rat Pack could often be found indulging in all-night drinking sessions at the hotel. During his campaign to become President of the United States in 1960, John F. Kennedy entertained a number of pretty young women at the hotel without his wife's knowledge. John Lennon and Yoko Ono escaped from the prying eyes of the outside world by spending an entire week in bed in one of the hotel's bungalows. The Beverly Hills Hotel and all its iconic history is said to be haunted by all the famous guests and A-list celebrities that once stayed at the hotel. Number 4. Millennium Biltmore Hotel. When the Biltmore Hotel first opened in 1923, it was the talk of the town. It cost about $10 million to build and had lavish amenities. The Biltmore hosted the Academy Awards from 1935 through 1939, and during World War II, the hotel served as a rest and entertainment facility for soldiers. Al Capone stayed in the presidential suite. The Beatles had to sneak in by landing on the roof. Taylor Swift danced on the reception desks for her music video, not to mention the numerous Hollywood movies that were filmed here: Cruel Intentions, Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop, and Bugsy, just to name a few. The Millennium Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles is one of the world's most storied grand hotels with a history that's truly one of a kind. All that history implies that it is a magnet for ghosts. The Biltmore has been the site of ghosts from the lobby to the top floor. There's a nurse ghost on the 2nd story, a frightening young girl's spirit on the 9th floor, and a guy with no face on the roof. The most famous ghost said to be hiding out here is Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. According to legend, this hotel was one of the final locations Short was seen alive at before being brutally killed. Short's spirit has been spotted on the 10th and 11th levels, as well as in the foyer. Number 3. Chateau Marmont is an upscale and exquisite hotel off the Sunset Strip. The hotel is known for both a long and short-term residence for celebrities. It has been the scene of meltdowns and affairs for several in Hollywood, including Britney Spears and Jim Morrison. The hotel was also the birthplace of one of the most iconic films of the 1950s, Rebel Without a Cause. In 1952, director Nicholas Ray moved into a poolside bungalow after a fight with his wife. During his stay, Ray met with actors and screenwriters by the pool and used his bungalow as a rehearsal space. He also hosted a number of wild parties featuring stars like James Dean and Dennis Hopper as frequent guests. Most salacious of all, a 43-year-old Nicholas Ray engaged in an affair with Natalie Wood, the 16-year-old co-star of Rebel Without a Cause. On March 5th, 1982, comedian and actor John Belushi was found dead in his hotel bungalow. After struggling with substance abuse for years, Belushi had succumbed to his addiction and overdosed. He was just 33 years old. Because John Belushi enjoyed partying here so much, it stands to reason that he would return in the afterlife. People claim that bungalow number 3, where he died from an overdose in 1982, is the location of odd happenings. The most famous story involves a kid whose family spent time there in 1999. His parents would hear him chuckling and laughing while playing alone. They worked up the courage to ask him why, to which he replied, "The funny man." Then, as his mother was looking through a book of Chateau Marmont famous guests, the young boy pointed to John Belushi in the book and shouted, "That's the funny man." Number 2. Cecil Hotel. The Cecil Hotel first opened its doors in 1925 as a well-appointed establishment frequented by respectable individuals. However, over the years, the hotel and surrounding area started a long, gradual slide into what is now called Skid Row. The Cecil became the type of place where individuals like the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, would hang out and make his home. After committing his brutal murders, he would return to the Cecil Hotel to try and wash away the blood and sins of his crimes. The Cecil Hotel may have been renamed the Stay on Main, but it still has a reputation for being one of the most infamous and haunted hotels. In 2013, a Chinese-Canadian tourist staying at the hotel went missing for many weeks before being discovered in the hotel's rooftop water tank. The circumstances surrounding her death remain a mystery. Season 5 of American Horror Story was inspired by the infamous Cecil Hotel and all its shady history. Number 1. The Hollywood Roosevelt. The historic Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, which opened in 1927 in the heart of Hollywood, has a star-studded past. It was frequently utilized for movie premiere after-parties and hosted the very first Academy Awards ceremony in 1929. The Roosevelt's distinct Spanish colonial revival style helped define the image of Hollywood as a destination of elegance and grandeur. Throughout the years, there have been rumors of hauntings and ghosts at the hotel. Some involve celebrities who previously stayed at the hotel, such as Marilyn Monroe and Montgomery Clift. Clift's ghost has been accused of rubbing visitors' shoulders, playing the trumpet, and observing maids in room 928, where he resided for 3 months while filming the 1953 movie From Here to Eternity. The most famous story of all is of Marilyn Monroe, who lived at the hotel for some time during the 1940s. Her room overlooking the Tropicana pool on the 2nd floor is commemorated today as the Marilyn Suite. The story goes, a staff member who was cleaning a tall, framed mirror, then located in the general manager's office, saw the reflection of a blonde girl looking at her in the mirror. She looked around to find no one, yet when she looked back at the mirror, the reflection was still there. The manager later told her the mirror had come from Marilyn Monroe's former room suite near the pool. The now famous Marilyn Monroe mirror has since been relocated to the area outside the lower level elevator for hotel guests and visitors to see. The Hollywood Drifter channel would like to thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel.